Hey, I'm Trent, and this is Brant, and you're about to get tapped in.
Today we're visiting Bootlegger's Brewery in Fullerton, California.
Aaron and Patricia Barkenhagen are a married couple that opened up this brewery in 2008.
We're making 2 site visits today because they moved their new production facility across town.
But before we go to the production facilities, check out the original tasting room.
All right.
I'm here with Patricia. She's one of the co-owners of Bootleggers, and she also manages the tap room. Patricia, how would you say you use the tasting room as a platform to try out new beers?
We use it to showcase some of our limited releases our year round, so people could see the specs of different beers we brew, because we brew a bunch of different styles. We also use it to showcase some of our experimentals.
As Fullerton's first packing microbrewery, would you say there's some loyalty from the local community?
Yes, definitely, and we have loyalty back to our customers, especially the locals. We have a lot of Fullerton residents and surrounding cities who totally support us because we are local.
Later on, we're going to check out the new production facility, but we heard you're also opening a new tap room. What can you tell us about that?
We're excited because not only does it give us added capacity to the tasting room, it's going to have an inside facility that's semi-small, but there's actually going to be a pilot brewery inside within, so they're going to be doing experimentals and one-offs over there, and everyone could test different recipes. So it's going to give our brewers and staff, whomever wants to brew and learn to home brew, an opportunity to brew a batch and see how it goes.
Aaron started as a home brewer. His goal was to create a local artisan brewery. Aaron, can you talk about that vision and how you've achieved it here at Bootleggers?
When I opened the brewery, there weren't a lot of breweries really focusing on the local market, and I felt that we really needed to focus on distributing local, supporting our local customers and building a local fan base.
So we're here in your new 11,000 square foot production facility. Can you talk about how this new facility will impact your beer lineup and the future of Bootleggers?
We actually increased our capacity by 70% when we moved here. So that actually allows us to brew a lot more limited releases and keep up on all of our year-round beers.
So you guys feature a year-round lineup and also some limited releases. How do you come up with the recipes for both?
Our year-round beers actually started, most of them, as my homebrew recipes. I homebrewed for 10 years before I opened the brewery. A lot of our limited releases have come about by doing a lot of pilot batches. We experiment with different beers in our tasting room.
So you're famous for the Knucklesandwich Double IPA. Can you talk about just the evolution of how Knucklesandwich came to be? And also, we always like to ask, what's your favorite beer?
Knucklesandwich started the same way all of our limited releases do. We did a pilot batch, a little 10-gallon batch, served it in our tasting room. Tweaked it a couple of times and decided, hey, this is pretty good, so we're going to scale it up. I love Knucklesandwich, but I can't drink it every single day. So I think Palomino's, my go-to.
It's worth the trip. You'll definitely have a beer you'll fall in love with.
The owners are real nice, and everybody that comes in here are just really nice people to talk to.
It's kind of a bit of a community. I mean, I moved here a year and a half ago, and just looking for a brewery. Came here the first weekend I was here, and I've been back almost every weekend since.
It's really cool to see people that have started as homebrewers, opened up a brewery and tasting room, now expanding to 11,000 square foot production facility, and talking to Aaron and hearing about his story and how they developed this cult following with Knucklesandwich, but they still have these these year-round favorites that the local community comes out to try, and it's just a really cool story. And they're a key player in the Southern California craft beer community.
Definitely. I mean, Bootleggers in Fullerton is like the place to go. I mean, they have people who have been here from the beginning, as well as people who are just, hearing about Knucklesandwich and come in and want to try it. You know what I'm saying? But with the expansion of, the new facility and the new tasting room, their audience is just growing.
It's a great success story, from home brewer to brewer and tasting room to now expansion. And that's what, the craft beer scene is all about.
Guys, thank you so much for getting tapped in.
We'll see you next time. Cheers.